Frank Fritz Finds is a 60-year-old man's store that sells antique furniture and signs, among other things. Images that the U.S. Sun exclusively received show the spooky goods Frank is offering for sale to clients. For $115, Frank is offering an old doll with cracks all over her arms and face. Some other old dolls that are strewn about a shelf sell for between $28 and $65. Frank is also asking an astounding $1,500 for a baby doll. Another image shows old infant sneakers that cost $22 and appear to be soiled with dust or filth. On the shelf, there's also a clown head without a price tag. The U.S. Sun previously published images of Frank Fritz Finds' poor circumstances in November, indicating that the store has been having difficulties in recent years. It was hard to view the antiquities inside the glass display case in one photo, as it looked to be stained. Thick cobwebs were visible in the shop's corners in another image. Some antiques even had cobwebs on them. Dust covered shelves and antiques throughout the store. There were cobwebs on a historic mannequin and on the windowsills, as shown in images only the U.S. Sun was able to secure in August. Recent evaluations demonstrate how unhappy customers are with the subpar retail conditions. Nice people, but in all honesty, it was almost like seeing things that were left in an attic, a client wrote in a Google review. I wouldn't choose to explore the surrounding area first. Could use more lights, remarked another, referring to the low illumination. Huge disappointment, wrote a third. Not worth stopping for. Frank Fritz Finds did, however, improve the store's exterior. Images of the new, contemporary windows were first made public by the U.S. Sun in August, following building exterior construction. Yearly sales. The annual sales figures of Frank Fritz Finds were formally reported by the U.S. Sun. The expected yearly sales for Frank Fritz Finds are apparently only $25,000, according to Experian's Business Valuation Report. The company is classified as medium risk with a business credit score of 27. The shop was rated as medium high risk, 4 out of 5, by the Financial Stability Risk Ratings. This indicates a 10% potential risk of severe financial distress within the next 12 months, according to the research. The conservatorship of Frank. Frank has not been as active in the company since July 2022, when he suffered a stroke. On August 18, his close friends filed a request for the star's emergency appointment of a temporary conservator and guardian, stating that his decision-making capacity is so impaired. The U.S. Sun was able to obtain conservatorship paperwork that disclosed intentions to renovate the business. Mr. Fritz is a well-known collector and has numerous outbuildings full of valuable collections, according to the initial plan that conservator Midwestone Bank filed. The conservator intends to keep those things mostly as they are, bearing any necessary stocking of Mr. Fritz's antique business in Savannah, Illinois. The conservator has not yet inventoried those goods. The conservator hopes that Frank will be allowed to continue choosing and setting the price of the things, as he did in the past. Frank was paralyzed following the stroke, but he is now walking again, a source earlier told the U.S. Sun. Frank took a hiatus from American Pickers during an episode in March 2020 to recuperate from back surgery, which resulted in 185 stitches and 2 spinal rods. In 2021, Mike Wolfe, his co-star, revealed that Frank was leaving the program. In a 2021 interview, Frank disclosed his conflict with co-star Mike to the U.S. Sun. After getting back together during Memorial Day weekend, the two are still friends. The U.S. Sun was informed by a source that everything between them is fine. They have 40 years of mutual acquaintance. They completed high school together and have all of these experiences. Since Frank had the stroke, the insider claimed that Mike has seen him a few times. The two have also texted and called each other today. Francis Frank is unable to return to the show, according to a prior story from the U.S. Sun. Frank's stroke impacted his speech, so he really can't return to the show, a source close to him told the U.S. Sun. But one day, you never know, there's always hope. The cast and show want him to come back and film, a second insider said to the U.S. Sun. On December 27, season 25 debuted featuring Mike, his brother Robbie, veteran actress Danielle Colby, and Jersey John.